lust. Self-control in the area of lust is unique because it isn't just about avoiding a bad habit, it's about protecting the very core of your identity. When this self-control fails, the damage is deeply personal and biological. Paul makes a startling distinction in 1 Corinthians. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexually immoral person sins against his own body. While anger or theft might hurt your reputation or your neighbor, sexual sin is viewed as a violation of the sacredness of your own physical and spiritual being. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Lust treats that temple as a piece of property to be used for pleasure, which effectively evicts the honor and purpose God intended for you. Lust is a theft of intimacy. God designed sexual union to be the physical seal of a covenant where two whole lives become one flesh. Engaging in this union outside of marriage creates fragmentation. You are essentially giving away pieces of your oneness to people you aren't committed to, which makes it harder to ever truly be one with a future spouse. Lust forces you to objectify another person, reducing the image of God they were made in to a mere tool for a dopamine hit. This destroys your ability to love self-sacrificially. Sexual sin doesn't just fragment your soul, it fractures your legacy, trading the long-term honor of your household for a moment's theft. In our generation, this vice has been weaponized through the screen. Modern culture doesn't just tolerate lust, it industrializes it. Pornography is the ultimate mind manipulator. It takes the sacred fire of intimacy, meant to fuel a lifelong covenant, and turns it into a cheap, flickering dopamine hit. It trains the brain to seek a fantasy that doesn't exist, making the real person standing in front of you just seem inefficient. It is a spiritual parasite. It feeds on your loneliness, your boredom, and your stress, promising a relief that it can never deliver. Instead of filling the void, it hollows you out, leaving you with a seared conscience and a fragmented heart. For the man, it destroys his role as protector. How can you protect the dignity of women in your community when you are secretly consuming their objectification in private? For the woman, it destroys her sense of sacred value. It tricks her into believing her worth is found in the gaze of others, rather than the grace in the image of God she was created. Do not be deceived. Sexual immorality is never private. It is a generational violation. 1 Corinthians tells us this sin is against the body. When you violate the temple, you fracture the foundation of the household you are meant to build. You are trading the long-term honor of your children's heritage for a moment's theft. Judge yourself by this standard. Does your private life match your public confession? Are you using people made in the image of God as tools for your own gratification? Is your mind a sanctified temple or a digital brothel? God's primary instruction for this vice is unique. Flee. While you are told to resist the devil or stand in other areas for lust, the command is to run. This is because this vice is so powerful that trying to reason with it while staying near the temptation is a losing battle. Like Joseph, the strongest thing a man can do is leave his coat behind and get out of the room.